Hey everyone, hopefully everybody can hear me. Shout out to everybody in the chat. All right, let's get it going. Where's everybody at? Well, okay, I see everybody here. Make sure you guys are hitting that like button. Thank you for being here. Um, let me shout out all the members before we get started. Michelle B, Gypsy, welcome. Don't look back. I see you in the chat. That Mama, Kitty Coo, Dr. Edwards, thank you for being here. Yes, great news for um, Suzanne Morphew's family. But it's probably more developments will probably come out of that, and I cannot wait till they have a press conference on that for sure. We went live earlier on that breaking news. SW, welcome. Nebulous, I see you. Lori, welcome. Everybody, Blonde Bomb. Hey, Taran, welcome. Thank you for being here. Michelle B is in the house. Who else I see? Oh my goodness. Tinkle Tits. You guys, totally not obligated, but Tinkle has a GoFundMe currently for doggy Sadie. For doggy needs a little bit of a oral surgery and removal of teeth. Check out my community post if it's something that you can give. If it's not, that's absolutely fine. But share it because sharing is caring, right? Deborah, welcome. But thank you, Tinkle Tits, for allowing me to share your GoFundMe. Fabulous Fab, welcome. Crafty Kid, welcome here. Yes, everybody, make sure you hit that like button. I've got words. Messy Ball Snoop, welcome, Snoop. Who else is in the house? Rose with Thorns. I see my beautiful, wonderful members. Yes. How goes it? How's everybody doing? How is everybody doing? Make sure you hit that like button. Fairy, how you doing? I almost missed you. I see Simply Monica here in the chat. Perfect timing. Just sat down for dinner. Great. I'm glad. Everybody come through. Okay. Before let me tell y'all something funny. Um, so I did a little video, and some of you guys probably have been following the whole Britney Spears conservatorship thing because clearly BJ has done a lot of coverage to it. Shout out to her. And I I did a little short, and somebody was mad about my title on the short. I said Britney Spears such a horrible daughter. And it's a clickbaitish title. Of course, I don't feel like Britney Spears is a horrible daughter, but somebody had to point that out. They were like, "Oh, well, the title says something different. It says you're against Britney." I'm not against anybody. I don't. I'm saying the mama needs to go back to work. Welcome to the workforce. That's what you do when you're broke. You go to work, right? Pay your bills. Some people have three jobs. Some people have two jobs. Some people have different kinds of jobs. Shout out to them. That's what you do. I don't feel bad whatsoever. And it's interesting to me because the way in which these blogs are writing that narrative, it's almost meant to feel like people are supposed to feel bad about Miss Lynn Spears. I certainly don't. I don't know. Mm, I don't know, but just saying. Anyways, shout out to everybody. Thank you for being here. Yes, that's why we're supposed to read the past the headlines. I know, right? Ronaldo, I said, Britney Spears is a horrible daughter, and then I swear, people were clicking to see what they were, ready to drag me, and then they realized that I was not literally saying that or thinking that. But anyways, hey Perry, welcome everybody. I don't feel bad at all. Hell no, man. They robbed that young. I do not feel bad. I do not feel bad whatsoever. But yes, anyways, shout out to everybody. Y'all are messy in the chat. Okay, let's get it together. Let me tell you guys what happened this morning in the hearing. So I woke up and ready to go to the hearing, right? And um, the judge, I was thinking I could be off camera, right? The judge literally making everybody, getting off camera, get off camera, get off everybody, everybody. I'm like, oh shit. So I got on camera, not a big deal. I'll get on camera. It's not a big deal. Um, but then my internet went out, and it went out right after after they were talking about jurisdiction in terms of or whether prem had been served, something like that. And then it went off, and I was like, oh shit, damn it, I wish I would have been there. But the judge was like, I ain't having it right now. This is psh, psh, right to the point. Do not waste that judge's time. I was like, damn. Damn, damn, damn. Damn. The judge was just not having it. I tried to go back in after I restarted, machines and internet machines. I tried to go back in, but she wasn't gonna let me in. I literally sat on the waiting room, on the do you really is that her name? Is that her name? Girl, no. I mean, she is just right on it. There was somebody there that were asking her all kinds of questions, and I'm like, damn, I should have prepped my coffee. Should have had my coffee ready for this one. It just made me nervous, and I wasn't even on the docket. I said, damn, I'm I'm scared. So I was like, fuck, let me go back in and try to, log in again. And she just, I was in the waiting. And I said, I don't think I'm going to be allowed to go back in. Oh, well. But this is fine because a source did give me a lot of the notes about what happened and that it was a bit of a interesting type of hearing. But we all go to BJ's review of the hearing, and then we're going to go to BJ's declaration. Really, I've got words. I thought it was just messing, girl. She is not playing. I was like, oh, she's going to Judge Judy me here in a minute. I better hurry up. No, she's no joke. She's no joke. I'm just saying. Shout out to Heidi. Thank you for being here. Well, she made me feel like I would get grounded. Girl, I thought we were good. I said, "See, she gonna be." There was people. The minute she said, "Turn on your camera," I was like, "Oh fuck, nobody." And I'm like, "Where's the on button?" It's so early in the morning. Where's the on button? I couldn't figure it out. Oh, the court tends to do that to a person. No, I've been to a lot of hearings. It's been a minute since I've been to a virtual hearing. I'll say that much. I mean, it's just like I get it, it's Zoom, but I'm like, damn, let me not act brand new. I know how to turn on my camera. And I did, and I was like, oh shit, this is awkward. Anyways, girl, I mean, I saw Miss BJ there. I saw um I saw Brian with his attorney, and Brian was sitting behind the desk so his attorney was in the camera, like the front of the camera, and Brian was sitting behind the desk. You know what it reminded me of? If you've watched my coverage of the Alexi Treviso case, where Alexi is like on the side, on this big old round table side, and Gary Mitchell, her attorney, is right on that camera. That's what it reminded me of. Like he just pulled in Alexi Treviso and was just out there behind the table. It was it was interesting. Oh my God. Okay, oh, we lost the rabbit? Oh, no. No, you didn't lose me, I hope not. I see you. I've been a lot of virtual audience members, bunch of talk shows during the peak of COVID. Right. Mm-mm-mm. Poor BJ had to speak for us. Girl, all right. So let's get it together. So BJ did do a little, thank God she did, because I was like, oh, I definitely miss the good part of this situation. But she did do a little update on the restraining order. Okay, let's watch that a little bit.
Hello, everybody. How are you doing on this fine Wednesday? I'm doing quite
Let's see.
well. I did want to update y'all on some goings on from the courthouse this morning. So, maybe you heard about this, maybe you did not, but last month there was this man in Georgia who tried and failed to get a restraining order against me. Now, he was talking about all kind of stuff that I ain't even gonna get into the details, but suffice it to say, the judge was like, sir, you have no basis for a restraining
I
order.
missed that part.
Relax. Like basically that's what the judge said. And that was going to be it. Well, I guess, I don't know, by like statute or something, he is entitled to a hearing. So this morning was the hearing. And due to some technicalities and stuff, the hearing had to get pushed off. But there's no restraining order, and there never was a restraining order because the judge has since and made the right decision, which is there's no reason for one. Boo. It was the flop. It was the fail. Good try. Hello,
So,
everybody. How are you doing on this fine?
a source told me that during the hearing, Brian's attorney meant to, that was in the past, Rabbit. What do you mean? Hold up, Monica. Let me see what you guys are saying. Um, I see what you're saying. That's added to your comment. I was confused. So a source told me that, when the internet went off, that apparently, and this was during the hearing, apparently Brian's attorney threatened to report somebody to like the bar or some shit like that, right? And so come to find out is that Brian's attorney was threatening to report BJ's lawyer because through the paperwork filed and verified, they were trying to figure out if he could practice in Georgia. He didn't get to sign off by the judge and given the full jurisdiction so that he can practice in that case. So that's the technicality piece, I believe, and this is why it was postponed um, for, I believe, October. So I guess they're trying to figure out like whose error was it exactly that happened. Yes, some people are just crazy and will do anything to silence us. Well, I was like, this is intense. Hold up, y'all. Let me turn on this other light. This is intense. Like the lengths that people go. Ooh, that messed with my eye. That messed with my eye. Let me get my eyes situated. The lengths that people will go, right? So listen, it's like some of these attorneys, I don't know, like it worries me a little bit because it's like, damn, y'all will really go to this like length to try to silence people. It's weird, to do all that over a woman, over whether it was a video or whatever. I mean, I didn't even know who the hell Bryan Kuchar is. Who is that? Who is that? Somebody told me that Sloan did a video on him, or there was a video out there. Monica, you might know about this. I don't know if you do, but y'all know about a video? Somebody left me a comment saying that there was a video or some ish like that. I never seen one. It's petty. I mean, it sounds pretty petty to me. I don't know the dude. I don't know the dude. But I guess I would say that if you go into lengths, this length to involve yourself in a situation or at least try to, connect yourself with Lima for why? Mm, it's a nobody, you said? I don't know who that is. I heard somebody say that Sloan had done a video on Brian. I've been waiting to see this video. Oh, okay. Is okay, Monica. I'm so glad you said that. I heard that. Somebody left me a comment saying that Sloan. I said, well, I don't know if there's any truth to that. I don't know. It's weird. It's for somebody. This is the crazy part, and this is how I understand Brian. Brian is somebody that was a supporter of the Free Britney movement, who was sued by Lou Taylor, Britney Spears' former manager. Right. This is how I understand him. And Brian had done some website or some shit like that. I don't really know, disparaging Lou Taylor's character, and that's what's even started the lawsuit. Well, those two somehow connected, and they settled outside of court. It is what it is. Whatever, they settled. Um, but as somebody who, like, if you were on the side of Free Britney, how are you on the opposite side of this situation? Y'all don't like. It's not just odd. If you're on the side of Free Britney, how are you on the opposite side of this? Which is like like something that if like to me, it's like no different. Lima and Lou Taylor are kind of like aren't and again, she's not managing money. I don't know the extent to her management, right? I don't know all that, but somebody that's like taking leadership and direction and trying to have all decision making based on a person, and then also pushing for this mental health technology, or I'm gonna say it like that, and doing what she's doing behind the scenes shady. How could you be on the other side of this, especially if you're started with the Free Britney movement? I don't know. Money talks? Maybe, girl. I mean, yeah, if somebody dropped me some money or if I settled with somebody, I guess. Was it a close settlement? I don't know. Yo, you didn't see any videos? Okay, he did one on Britney's brother, Brian, and also one on Brian Laundrie. Okay, but no. So there was never a video. So the person was wrong that left me that comment. I've never seen one. And I looked too and I said, I don't see one. I could be wrong. Yeah, yeah. So let me see what you guys are saying. Yeah, both of users of the system sounds like a double agent. Psyops to me, allegedly, in my opinion. Of course, of course, of course. All this is in our opinion. Right. His principle, I'm a seahorse, thank you. Exactly, Rabbit. His principles are very washy, and he's supporting another scammer because on his personal beef with BJ, right. Like, and I'm just thinking about this. Like, if morally, if you are like in the side of what is right, or like civil rights, or supporting people, or exposing the system, what made you go on the other side of somebody who's trying to keep things in the hush hush? I thought I remember one of Lou Taylor's talking about mentioning him. Well, Lou Taylor was suing him, and then they settled, I think. I don't know, y'all. Just a lot of just my thought. Just my thought. But anyways, let's get back to business because we stopped here and it was a lot of reading that we were doing and it was a lot. Ooh, wow. Hold up. I just got like, this is an interesting comment. Oh, well, you think he sent him a CND? Hmm, I don't know. Anytime you have a question, the answer is always follow the money, says Cat. Ain't Cat, you ain't never lie. The enemy of my enemy is my friend, and therefore I will work for the machine. Right? The enemy of my enemy is my friend. Yo, I've seen that way too many times. People tend to connect and make, and I'm just gonna say that's a bitch ass move. Make a lot of bitch ass moves here. I'm cussing, but it's the truth. I've seen that way too much. That's a bitch ass move. That's what you do. And so then that way you let go of whatever, you know, morals or fighting things that you said you were going to stand up against because the enemy of my enemy of my enemy is my friend. I said that before. I said, yo, I don't eat with snakes, especially if they bit me once. I wouldn't do that. Mm. All right. I love conversating with you guys, but let's get it together. Okay. So we left off yesterday on line 51, page 26, and we're going to start reading from here. And I'm going to focus on this. Y'all let me know in the chat. If you didn't watch yesterday's video because where we went to is the declaration. BJ made a declaration. And for those that have been watching the videos, none of this should come to a surprise because we kind of saw this play out, right? In some of the videos, if you watched. One sec. Okay, so petitioner states that I am the reason Dahlia suffered a mental health episode last year in Tulsa, Oklahoma, but the body cam footage of the incident tells a different story. In this footage, Tulsa police officer Megan speaks with Miss Omar about the twins. Miss Omar and the officers discuss the twins' history of running away from Miss Omar. And Miss Omar, who is Dahlia's caretaker, according to the declaration, Miss Omar filed in this case admits to intentionally withholding Dahlia's prescription medication from Dahlia because Miss Omar doesn't like how they affect Dahlia. And again, she puts a timestamp in the video. When you hit the little hyperlink takes you to that video. Um, oh my gosh, y'all, hold up. Sorry, you guys. Had a little interruption. So this is interesting because if I remember correctly, Ms. Omar and the officer discussed the history. So there's a history. They already had a history of running, right? I found the admission to be alarming. considering that Dahlia's serious mental health concerns and hospitalizations that Ms. Omar and petitioner repeatedly described. Also, during the discussion on the Tulsa body camera footage, Ms. Omar and Officer Megan discussed Dahlia twin sister Dia's whereabouts. Dia was being Dia was already being involuntarily held in a psych hospital for several days. And we still don't like this whole thing is such a freaking mystery. Every time I hear Dahlia, Dia, Lima, all these names, I'm like, and who is what and who, like, it's just a mystery. It's a mystery. The professionalism of the hyperlinks versus the random out of context screenshots. Erica, right? Like, y'all notice the difference when we were reading the other declarations? All these like the declarations were all over the fucking place. Let's just be real, right? They were all over we were just like, huh? Wait. Her exhibits was A through Z of screenshots of BJ's thumbnails, BJ screenshots of this screenshot. And so I'm just like, is this meant to and I said it last time, and I think we could all agree it's meant to overwhelm whoever the judge is. And now if that's the judge that's gonna be reviewing this, I don't know if that's the case. Is it a judge or a magistrate? Because those are two different things. But regardless, I said, Lord have mercy. And she's the one gonna be talking about this? Monica, do you know that? Is she's the one gonna be reading this and making decisions over that? Girl, I would take note on how BJ wrote this and be very careful how many A through C's exhibits you write. She just doesn't look like she's going to be very patient. She's going to judge Judy you out of that courtroom. She'll do you like she did me. She didn't let me in that room after that. My internet went out. She's like, no, your ass is waiting out. Oh, God. I was thinking that. I said, oh, my God. I'm just saying, she doesn't look like she don't look like she got the time. It is meant to overwhelm, but I mean, I just don't think that judge likes to be overwhelmed. She does not like anybody wasting her time. I mean, that's the impression that I got from her. But hey, you know, just saying. Let me keep reading. So, further, Dahlia herself never mentions me or my videos a single time in the entire hour plus body cam footage. That is true. She never does mention her. It does not appear that she even knows about my existence, much less my content on her. Yeah, but Linda knew about, like, Linda was very quick to mention, yeah, Dahlia's not even thinking about BJ in her videos. She's not saying anything. Dahlia stated unequivocally that she had absolutely no access to a computer, a cell phone, or any technology devices of her own. She couldn't even tell the officers what day it was. That's right. She attempted to explain herself by telling the officers that she had no phone or computer or any way to know what day or even what month it was. The officers took no statements from Dahlia about these claims. Dahlia did not mention me nor my videos at all in this body camera footage as a cause for her suffering. She directed the blame onto her mother, Miss Omar. Dahlia told Tulsa police officers that she was a victim of sex trafficking and that she had been asking police to arrest Miss Omar and take her to jail for 2 days and a half for 2.5 years, not 2 days, excuse me, for 2.5 years. And again, all those hyperlinks are there with timestamps and everything so that the judge doesn't have to, go searching through exhibits to find the exact place, where all this is at. So, an entire 2 years before my coverage ever began. Dahlia was trying to have Miss Omar arrested on sex trafficking allegations. It doesn't seem anyone it doesn't seem anyone ever took these claims seriously. She went on to actually describe the sex trafficking, telling officers that her mother, Miss Omar, sends rapists to attack and rape Dahlia repeatedly. Mm. If Dahlia does not have access to a computer or phone, like she said, right? Then how did, first of all, did she upload that video and she posted her own address there? And now she's claiming that because not, I mean, Lima claimed that because of that, all these rapists came to her house and her sister was attacked or, you know, but if she doesn't have access to cell phones, then who put that video up there? Who put her address there? And who responded to BJ on that screenshot that we just saw? Mm, I don't know, guys. I don't know. The mystery, the mystery. So, Dahlia explains that she's not allowed to leave the house, stating that she was being held hostage like a prisoner by Miss Omar. Dahlia states that she could not even take the medication that her doctor prescribed to her. Miss Omar was withholding it. According to Dahlia in the body cam footage, I'm not the genesis of a problem. Her mother, Miss Omar, is. This is a non-exhaustive list of examples demonstrating that petitioner sisters' long documented histories of mental health struggles, including at least 60 hospitalizations before my coverage ever began. This cycle has been ongoing for almost a decade, well before my coverage. My coverage began last year in Feb of 2022. So petitioner cannot blame me for their outcomes. Petitioner sisters have a public history of running away from her and their mothers in apparent attempts to escape whatever horrors they feel they're being subjected to. Petitioners had enlisted the assistance of law enforcement officers more than once in more than one state over a period of years to track her sisters when they escaped. These sisters were academically gifted straight A students, prolific and talented YouTube stars, up and coming actresses with real movie roles. One day, they simply vanished. Wow. The only trace of their existence being the graveyard of a YouTube channel, miscellaneous court filings, and petitioners, their PR savvy sister advertising their trauma and problems on their behalf for her own financial enrichment. They have not made any public appearances or statements in many years. The twins have filed lawsuit paper. Ooh, the twins had filed lawsuit paperwork in recent years, and in both instances, it didn't appear for the court dates. Exhibit 3. These facts and other prodded me to continue looking for answers. Wow, see, didn't even know that. Wow, that's interesting. Let me see what you guys are saying. Right, but a lot of this we wouldn't have found out um if it wasn't for, like, I'm just like, whoa. I don't know, I'm loving this document. I love how it's written. Because it's very just simple. Like a lot of this wouldn't have been found out if it wasn't for, what Lima put out there, and also like what's already been put out there way before BJ even came to this coverage. I received body cam footage from the Tulsa Police Department in response to a public records request. Usually, when I'm in what is it? Incorporate body cam footage in my video, I redact a large portion of it for various reasons. Since a major component of my video is my commentary, I usually highlights the parts of the body cam footage that I find important and make commentary and an opinion or reaction on that. The Tulsa Police Department body cam footage was different. Okay, in that footage, Dahlia accuses her mother, Ms. Omar, of sex trafficking. She puts the timestamp there. She says that she didn't like or trust police officers because they never do their job. Timestamp. She described, what is it, group sex rituals. She describes being monitored and surveilled, saying that she cannot even sit outside on the beach front of the apartment. She describes her mother using electronics and her other technology to track and control her. which seems like much less of a delusion when the accusation is taken together with the fact that Dahlia's sister petitioner own, owns a digital health company that uses technology to track, store, and use biometric data taken from people with mental illnesses and substance abuse disorders. The Tulsa body camera footage was so shocking and unusual. I felt compelled to post the entirety of the footage. I predicted the petitioner would take issue with my disseminating a public record to the public, so I redacted the body cam footage myself beyond what the Tulsa Police Department had done. I edited the body cam footage completely, blurring out Dahlia in most of the video. I left a few unblurred shots of her demonstrating to viewers that it was indeed Dahlia. Again, I downloaded this body cam footage myself from the Tulsa Police Department official website, and I received a response to the public records request for it. Okay, but here's the deal. Y'all remember when BJ said at the very beginning of this, she said something about how Bam had issue with, like, she was going out there to Bam's with like a whole documentary crew and whatnot. You have issue with public body cam footage, and I had pointed this out yesterday, but she didn't have no issue with recording someone that she considered a friend and who's also a guardian of sorts and overseeing his mental health as well with the whole documentary crew. Like, what sets him apart? Is it because he's a celebrity? And like, I guess I don't understand. Hmm. I don't know. Let me see. Okay. So, despite petitioner's insistence, I have never stated that petitioner or her mother, Miss Omar, are sex traffickers, nor have I stated affirmatively that Dahlia is a victim of sex trafficking. I merely said that Dahlia had made sex trafficking allegations to the police against her mother, who is apparently her caretaker, and that the police did not seem to take the allegations seriously at all. These are true statements based on public information. And I mean, some of it is our opinions too. I mean, we just have an opinion. It doesn't mean that it's fact. It's just an opinion on what's been put out there. I also think it's interesting. So I had a couple people in my comments yesterday um said that, well, BJ implied that Lima murdered Amanda Rapp. I said, no, she never implied that. What I did understand from what BJ was covering is saying here is somebody responsible for someone else's mental health care during this time, and there was a failure in that, right? And I will say this though, like when I first saw that body cam footage, I'm gonna say allegedly, my opinion, it almost seemed like it was just giving me like a front of like who is Lima, right? Is she a front? Like it gave me that vibe. Because girl, you over here signing court papers and we don't know what you're misreporting to the court about your background. It shouldn't be that hard. It should not be that hard that if you graduated from a college, shoot, from a high school, a college, it shouldn't be that difficult to find out like what your degree was in. I put that out there. BJ, I remember she did a video and she's like, yeah, if you Google search so and so's name, she's absolutely right. Google search the name and it shouldn't be that hard. I think I have like maybe 8 graduation photos for my master's degree. I think I was, and on the day of commencement, on the day of commencement, I was with a coworker and they took a picture of us and they showed that picture in front of so many of their, PR stuff. That's what they did. It shouldn't be that hard. Exactly. And that's absolutely correct. You were responsible for that girl's care and you failed her. She died at the facility that y'all had a contract with or a partnership with. She did. You failed. You guys failed her. Your company, the treatment center failed her. That's what happens. I mean, that's when agencies and things get investigated. They look at that. Institutions look at that. They look into things like that. And then you misreported on her cause of death. People have said that. It I'm just saying. Just saying. Followed BJ and I swear I never ever even heard of this John person, nor have I ever seen a video of him or mentioned John. You talk about Brian? Yeah, that's more scary. But and again, this is just our opinion. Okay? It is not, this is my opinion. That's all I'm gonna say. Okay. So no matter how many times petitioner insists that these public records reflect on her family's most private and vulnerable moments, they are nevertheless public. Indeed, Officer Megan explicitly told Miss Omar the same on the body cam footage that very night. Timestamp. Miss Omar said, "Please don't make this go public." To which Officer Megan replied, "Here's the thing. When you call the police, this is public record." And the gestures to her own body cam footage or body camera. Officer Megan goes on to explain Miss Omar how public records requests work, and she described the exact process by which I received the body cam footage. Public records are not private. As of as for the quote in the one video petitioner cites of her declaration, she misquotes me and leaves out important context. The video she referenced was posted on June 27, 2023 on That Surprise Witness TV. Petitioner takes a quote out of context from a larger monologue I made at the beginning of the video wherein I discussed petitioner's abusive litigation. Abusive litigation. I inform my audience that my legal defense bills were now more than 100,000 and invite them to donate in my legal fund if they were inclined. I then spoke about how I would rather be doing other things with my time than researching petitioner and her business associates, but she had left me no choice but to vigorously defend myself. I use comedic, hyperbolic, rhetoric in the monologues referring to skeletons in the closets, femurs, pinky toes, pinky toe bones. I think I remember that. Petitioner implies, meaning that there isn't, petitioner implies, meaning that isn't there when she refers to the various, bones as private, embarrassing, or disparaging information about her and her family. First of all, legally obtained public records are not private. Second, a federal court in dismissing without prejudice petitioner's complaint in the New Jersey action does not agree that I have done or said anything disparaging. Finally, if petitioner is embarrassed by her sister's mental illness, petitioner is in the wrong business. No. She said, "You in the wrong business." Girl, no. No. Um, let me it's the petty. I gotta take a drink. She said, "You in the wrong business." She's the shade. I'm like, no. Okay. She talks about reducing the mental health stigma on one side of her mouth. Oh, and it doesn't stop. It doesn't stop. It keeps going. Kapow. Girl, she doesn't. She said. I thought we were done with that one. No, she's going. She said she talks about reducing the mental health stigma on one side of her mouth, but on the other, her sister's mental illness is so embarrassing to her that she has used a legal process to hide it improperly, in my opinion. Oh, I could hear BJ's voice on this. Oh, oh, Hold up, y'all. I got a cough. Oh man. In my opinion. Oh my gosh. All right, let me she said, I declare. She said, and I declare. I have tagged petitioner in social media posts from time to time, but it is not a regular practice. Petitioner has provided 5 instances that occurred over 19 months. I've used the hashtags investigate Lima and investigate ARA from time to time. Petitioner provides 3 examples of which instances in Exhibit D to her declaration, but does not cite to any evidence that I encouraged or directed others to do so. Ironically, the final photograph petitioner cites D is a screenshot of the video depicting my face with the hashtag trafficking edited over the top. The screen was taken from the video called These Twins Vanished from YouTube, Dahlia and Dia Tankali. BJ Investigates, posted on October 4th, 2022 on BJ Investigates. Again, petitioner leaves out important context. In the portion of the video, I was directly referencing petitioner's September 2021 Instagram post where she asked for the public's assistance in locating her missing sister. As I outlined earlier, petitioner used the hashtag trafficking on the post, which is still accessible today. She now attempts to use an out of context screenshot wherein I am literally referencing and directly quoting her public Instagram post that enlists the public to help to somehow prove that I'm encouraging others to use entirely different hashtags than the ones referenced in image 4. In the video where I ask people to spread the story, I even state this is not about me. You do not have to like me or even cover the part of the story that I have covered. I made an announcement encouraging viewers to get involved in investigating a story of significant public concern and importance. Especially, let me add this too, not that I can write it in here, but especially it is especially important to the mental health field. It is especially important to those that work with people. Oh, and by the way, let me just say this. Side note, the video yesterday was reported. People are reporting videos. And I'm not talking about like I didn't receive a privacy complaint, but I monetized my videos. So it immediately yesterday's video was on yellow. I do true crime. I expect yellow on videos that say murder, suicide, things like that, not Lima videos. Yeah. So that to me is I haven't received anything from YouTube, but I'm pretty sure this is the easy report. So many reports that you get, your shit goes on yellow, and then you have to wait days. I think 7 days for it to be reviewed. That's what they do. So when um BJ was talking about the 18 privacy complaints that she got. It's a real thing. I haven't received any, but those videos are going on yellow, which limits the ads, which limits it's the truth. So just so everybody's aware, um, videos are being reported. There's nothing tag wise on this video that would have made it go yellow. I've been doing YouTube for almost 2.5 years, well, little over 2 years. Yeah. Um, so I would know. It's weird. Um, Mr. Poopy Butthole or whatever his name is. I don't know what happened to him. Oh well. Hope he's doing okay. All right. Um, maybe he got a hemorrhoid or something. Okay, let me keep going. So I was told people not to. Okay, here it is. I made an announcement encouraging viewers to get involved, investigating the story of public importance and concern. That is a standard act in a grassroots movement as well as social media campaigns. There's a lot of people that did it during the Free Britney as well. I remember a lot of videos like that. I specifically told people not to contact or send hate to anyone mentioned in the story. I have not made the accusation that petitioner was controlling, holding hostage, or experimenting on her sisters. Mm. Petitioner made no attempt to provide this court with even one example of a single instance of my making this accusation. Petitioner's aggressive action towards me. Like most people who work in creative fields, my content varies by project, and so does my purpose for creating it. Petitioner is correct in her assertion that sometimes I give my opinion and commentary in my videos, and sometimes I report on facts. Many times I present both in the same video. This is standard practice for commentary and opinion content creators, and it is certainly not grounds for a protective order. Ooh, I like that. I like number 68 because I think that that applies to me too. We do, we want to closely get things, but it's not always like that. Sometimes we give speculation. That doesn't mean that it's always fact. That's for sure. Petitioners seek an order from this court to enjoy behavior that she, what is it, herself has perpetrated against me and my family. Not only has petitioner used her own YouTube channel to make ad hominem attacks against me and my personal appearance, but she also took it a step further. She posted a video on her channel September 9th, 2022, wherein she used her attacks on me as pretext to take racist, culturally insensitive jabs at my fiance, who was born in India. Wow, she depicted us in a traditional South Asian attire with no context to mock not only me, but also my fiance. Mm, girl, no. Lima, no. Lima, no, no, no. What are you doing, Lima? What are you doing, Lima? Thank you, Heidi. Appreciate you saying that. Um, Honestly, I've seen the comments on Lima's stuff, and some of y'all need to calm down. You're hurting the cause, said Ronaldo. And this is just the kind of vibe to me that these surveillance systems are crawling all over the stories, building vehicles. Yes. Let me see what you guys are saying. Lima was really rude about that. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Yeah, Claudia, I read that article too. I did. Really? Man, I gotta go watch it again because I don't even see. I mean, like my memory is like, I just remember her doing the visual effects and then Sloan commenting on it. But yeah, I have never, do not know, or excuse me, I have never and do not now support violence, bullying, or harassment. I have never encouraged this behavior. I've always discouraged this type of behavior, and I reject petitioners' unsupported claims that I somehow caused this non-existent bullying. I have no knowledge or recollection of supposed publication of petitioner's home address, and she failed to cite the place where I supposedly did. However, petitioner's Instagram account and our website prominently features my home address and her landing page where she still has a now dismissed federal complaint listed. Vinny, is it Beetle? Vinny is a comedian living in Florida who is an associate of and friend of Bam. He is the only one of Bam's friend who has publicly supported Bam medical autonomy. About a year ago, I posted Beetle or Vinny on my YouTube channel from discussion questions and answer session. We spoke about Bam and his freedom. We have exchanged messages from time to time, but I've never met him in person and I have no consistent contact with him. He is a friend of Bam's who I interviewed as part of my investigation. I cannot speak to anything associated of Bam's may or may not have stated in a private text communication between the two. If petitioner fears for her safety because of this man's statements to Bam, she should seek a protective order against the person who made those statements, not me. Mm. I have never directed him to harm or threaten anyone, including petitioner, nor would I ever do such a thing. I have never told anyone, including Vinny, that I would legally protect them from physically harming someone, nor would I ever say such a thing. Petitioner provides no support of these allegations. Death threats. I've never encouraged or even had knowledge of anyone sending anything to petitioner, including photographs of a dead body. Petitioner provides no support of her conclusion that I'm the reason she received these text messages, and Exhibit W that depicts the supposed dead body doesn't even mention me or my coverage. I remember that. Further, it doesn't even seem to depict a death threat either. It appears to be some type of a bot account. Nevertheless, I'm likely not the reason she received this message because she has been talking about receiving supposed death threats since before I even began my coverage. I ever began my coverage. In September of 2020, more than a year and a half, my coverage began. Petitioner states in a publicly accessible interview that she received tremendous amount of death threats from a mysterious group of unnamed individuals. The tremendous amount of death threats would have occurred on or before September 25th of 2020, well over a year before my coverage. Petitioner goes on in the video to accuse some unnamed individual of trying to find her address and share her address. Again, this would have taken place more than a year before my coverage. Ooh, Lima, answer that, girl. Answer that. 77. Not only does petitioner say that she had received tremendous death threats by September of 2020, more than a year and a half before my coverage began, she also but also that her husband and twin sisters have also received death threats. Well, okay, like where are all these freaking death threats? Petitioner went on to state, excuse me, that the mysterious unnamed persons or person we're also looking for and trying to find her address. Yet again, petitioner attempts while providing no absolute evidence to make heinous allegations against me for activity which she admits predated my coverage by more than a year and a half. Pornography. Ooh, my goodness. BJ is saying, no, I'm gonna chop everybody's legs off in these accusations. Hold up, let me see. We're on 34. Let me see how much we have left. I don't think we have that much left. I think it stops at like 41. Okay, we'll keep going. We'll keep going. I'm not looking at the chat anymore, y'all. Not anymore. Because let's talk about this pornography. Um and again, chopping please that is not a threat. That is just what is it? A visualization. All right? Not a threat. Okay? Let me read. And I'm not looking at the chat because I don't want to get distracted. But pornography, the first image that petitioner refers to and includes in Exhibit X of her petition does not support her allegations that I spread rumors that she is involved in pornography. Indeed, the tweet does not mention her or even refer to her in any way. Petitioner provides Petitioner provides is a screenshot of a tweet where I retweeted Adam Grand Mason, a pornography actor with a pornography podcast, who had publicly tweeted that he had just engaged in sexual relations with a woman with a soft white underbelly interview. What? Wait, what? I didn't know this. I made no reference to petitioner in my tweet, and she is not the subject of it. Indeed, I literally asked, what is this? With an investigative emoji as the entirety of my commentary that is not a rumor or petitioner is involved in pornography. Wait a minute. So I remember that screenshot. So the guy by the name of Adam, um, Adam Grand Mason, a pornography actor, I didn't know this. Girl, I mean, I know what Adam I mean, okay. So Adam 22 said that with the pornography podcast had publicly tweeted that he had just engaged in sexual relations with a woman with a soft white underbelly interview. So Adam 22 said that about Lima? Girl, that interview was supposed to make you. I mean, like it threw me off when she was talking about, the time that because she said it that the investment and he had whipped it out. I was like, you're trying to fix your mental health career. You do not go to Adam 22. I was like, Tasha K, what the hell? Because she just did an interview with Adam 22 just recently. I didn't know that. I didn't know that he said that. Girl, I'm gonna need the screenshot. I didn't know that. I didn't know he retweeted that. Shouldn't have gone to that platform. That is so interesting, girl. Girl, look, I'm not supposed to look at the damn chat. Y'all distract me. Hold up. Oh my God. Oh my God. I didn't know this. Did y'all know this? Why didn't y'all tell me? I didn't know this. Girl, I'm gonna have to look back at that thing. So I'm gonna read it again. Petitioner provides is a screenshot of a tweet wherein I retweeted Adam Grand Mason's, which is Adam 22 No Jumper podcast, a pornography actor with the Pornography podcast, who had publicly tweeted that he had just engaged in sexual relationships with a woman with a soft white underbelly interview. Oh my, I didn't know. I'm like, wow, okay. I had no reference to petitioner in my retweet, and she is not the subject of it. Wow, girl. Oh my God. It could be anybody. But hey, Adam said that. Why don't you sue Adam? Girl, sue Adam. That's what you would, because he's the one that said it. He retweeted it, right? My reasons for posting this tweet was that, as mentioned previously, Soft White Underbelly is a YouTube channel that features and interviews subjects who are at their most vulnerable points in their life. Yes, they do. The subjects are often homeless, sex workers, people addicted to drugs and alcohol, mentally ill people, and those who have nowhere else to turn for money. I was concerned and remain concerned today about the ethics of a rich, famous podcaster like Adam 22 performing sexual acts on any person at their lowest points of their lives, and these concerns would be amplified if that vulnerable person were under the influence of illicit substance at the time of the sexual encounter, because it implicates consent. This reasonable ethical concern was and is amplified further because Adam 22 films these interactions to produce pornographic videos, posting the videos to his pornographic podcast for his own financial enrichment. Now, in that Tasha K recent drop with No Jumper, Adam 22, he said he has had sex with over 600 people. And the whole herpes thing, it ain't even a big deal. That's what he does. Girl, I know everything is BJ's fault. Damn it. I mean, I just feel like my eyes just opened. I had no idea. Oh man. Similarly, the second image petitioner includes in Exhibit X of her petition also does not support her allegations that I spread rumors and that she's involved in pornography. First, this is not a pornographic image. It is a fully clothed lady in a tank top and shorts. There is clearly no reference to an OnlyFans or pornography in this picture or in my caption. It's a photo of a woman who resembles petitioner and one of petitioner's chosen aliases, Lima Mora, appears as the name. The picture appears to be from Facebook, not OnlyFans. Okay, make that clarification. See, I wonder where this doppelganger with the same name might be the same. Oh Lord, she said the doppelganger. I wonder where this doppelganger with the same name might be the same person and still do, but I never made any assertions or accusations that it was. Indeed, my caption was literally says, "Who is she?" She said, "Doppelganger." Girl in another world, in another live. I am flabbergasted. I am gasted a flabber. I just twisted those two. I am flabbergasted. I'm gasted a flabber. That's where my mind is at. I cannot. All right, let me finish this up, yo, because it's a lot we have to review. Um, So, to that extent, that anyone associates petitioner with pornography, she has her own actions to blame because she literally described herself being involved in the production of pornography. I didn't know this. As early as June 2016, 6 years before my coverage began, petitioner touted her expertise in the pornography field when she spoke as an expert on a public panel. Petitioner announced that she had watched videos on how pornographic virtual reality content was made, and she discussed some of the difficulties of producing pornography in virtual reality, including a specific phenomenon called, what is it? parallax effect? Petitioner laughed and giggled along with the audience in a lighthearted way about the unique ways of dealing with the difficulties, which petitioner says herself as she learned from the shoot. In the same appearance, petitioner explicitly promoted virtual reality pornography when talking about how long the line was for the virtual reality pornography exhibit at a major annual tech conference. Petitioner unsurprisingly failed to provide the court with this example when making the allegations that I somehow started the rumors associating her with pornography, yet again omitting material context. In June of 2016, Lima posts also predating my coverage by 6 years. Petitioner promoted a specific viral, not viral, virtual reality pornography production company on her own Instagram page. She called it the biggest hit at the E3 conference in Los Angeles that year. This post is publicly accessible. Girl, the bombs. The bombs. Not the naughty AI. Girl, no. Girl, girl. Oh my gosh. In July of 2017, 5 years before my coverage began, petitioner posted a naked sex bot. Oh Jesus, that now let me move because I'm not trying to have people report this. So there's a naked sex box up in there. The above is a non-exhaustive list of several petitioners' posts related to sex tech and productions of virtual reality pornography. Look, YouTube, hear me when I say this. This is all in the name of education. Y'all are not censoring people anymore. Please know that this is in the name of education. And I mean that. Mean that. All right, let's keep watching. So I'm starting. She's like, I'm starting to rethink the whole VR thing. Girl, no. Mr. Robobot. Let us pray, sweet Jesus. Okay. Let me keep going because there's more to this. She provides absolutely no evidence that I've spread these supposed rumors. Ample evidence of her associating herself with the business activities with virtual reality porn for many years predating my coverage. Alternatively, perhaps the reason people associate petitioner with P is that she associates with P creators like Mark Leda and Adam Grand Mason, Mr. Adam 22, the man who's had sex with at least 600 people. And doesn't care about the herpes. All right. Petitioner sat for, allegedly, for a nearly 2 hour long interview with one of the most popular and infamous pornography actors and creators in the world. Okay. And then Adam 22 and his wife, Lena the Plug, have a lucrative and popular P podcast called Plug Talk and on OnlyFans, where the couple interviews a different P actresses in each episode. After the respective interviews, the couples and the P actresses guests disrobe and the film themselves engaging in sexual acts upon each other. Ugh. They make these P videos available to subscribers on OnlyFans for a fee. Adam is infamous for encouraging his wife and the mother of his child, Lena the Plug, oh God, to make P content and perform these acts. Okay. The judge, I'm like, is the judge really gonna read all? My God, they're gonna read all this. Petitioner again provides no support for her assertions that I suggested that she was in a sexual relationship with Grand Mason, the Adam 22. But if people did draw that conclusion on their own, it would have been the logical conclusion to draw given the context of petitioner failed to mention this to the court. The man is a P star and a very famous one. Yes, he is. And he was a very famous P star when petitioner voluntarily went on his podcast to air her grievances against me. And he's even more famous P star today. The interview featuring P and No Jumper podcast remain publicly accessible today. In addition, petitioner's association with famous P actor and creator Adam 22, petitioner friend and business associate Mark Leda also owns a private Patreon where members pay $10 to see latest content that is too graphic or offensive for YouTube. By the way, one such Patreon offering is uncensored, where videos wherein Leda, oh my gosh, no, Leda films encourages his assistant L, who's wearing the heels, to perform sexual acts. Oh my God. latest off the scene behind the cameras. Oh my oh, all right, let's go. Yo, no, are we still on? I didn't know all that. Why didn't you all tell me that? I'm just listen. I'm not gonna read that whole part because I'm not trying to get. I ain't trying to get flagged. Um, Lord have mercy. How much more do we have? Okay, we have 2 more pages and we're done. Okay. Dang! As stated and demonstrated previously, it is my practice to redact addresses, phone numbers from public records before posting them to social media. The example petitioner provides in Exhibit Z also demonstrates that practice. As the court will know, I have taken great care to redact Ms. Omar's personal information, address, phone number, even though it's available on the public record. If I advertently deviated from this practice, I would remove the information upon request and show and prove what is it? I can't even say that word. Missing from petitioner's example in petitioner's exhibit Z are the examples right around the exact timestamp of example Z, or excuse me, exhibit Z. I completely redact the audio of Ms. Omar giving Officer Megan her phone number. I also completely redact the audio of Officer Megan repeating Ms. Omar's phone number back. I do remember that redaction. Additionally, I censored the phone number visually with a digital censor tool. So there's a lot of redaction, please. And then she also puts the disclaimer: do not attempt to contact. But again, petitioner does not cite these supposed yearbook pictures I've obtained from husband yearbook, so I cannot speak to the allegations. As for the baby pictures of petitioner, she made that photo a public record that she included in the slideshow presentation to LA Commission on Alcohol and Other Drugs in her May of 2022 RR presentation. I have never seen petitioners. Oh, so these are the pictures that she's referring to. Yeah, and those are public because she put that in that. We saw them. I saw that presentation too. I've never seen petitioner in person, and I've never attempted to make any private contact with her. I've never threatened with violence or engaged in any conduct threatening violence towards petitioner. I've never harassed, intimidated, molested, attacked, struck, stalked, threatened, sexually assaulted, battered, or telephoned petitioner. I have no intentions or desire to be around petitioner in person in the future because I'm afraid of her pattern of retaliate. What is it? Retaliation, and her abuse would escalate, resulting in physical harm to myself. I also have no present plans to visit California in the future beyond what is required for the present proceedings. So I declare, and it's signed, and signed, Miss BJ. Okay. I couldn't read all the sex stuff. Let's look at these exhibits. Let's look at these exhibits. I learned something. I know the heart on her signature. Did y'all notice that? The girl put a heart on her signature. She did. I wonder if the judge would be like, "You put a heart on your signature. How dare you?" That's cute. That's cute. She got really cute penmanship. Okay, wait. Now I gotta stop right here because I don't want to be showing addresses and stuff. Let me stop and let me try to scroll down to where I need to. Um, hold up, girl. No, there's more and more and more. So these are the counts. She's putting the counts there. What do we do? Where are the exhibits at? I'm just gonna go straight to the exhibits. Did I miss it? No. Oh, so okay. Exhibit 2. Yeah, she put all those. Exhibit 3. Hold up. I need to want to make sure that I can. The exhibit 3 is just some of the stuff that we talked about. Some of this stuff we've already seen though, because BJ has already shown it on her videos. So we're not really seeing anything like, whoa, this is um like we haven't seen before. She's shown these. Hold up, y'all. I'm just trying to make sure I don't show anything. More exhibits. Legalizing Africa towns, Los Angeles. Just some of the exhibits that are posted there. Girl. Hold up. Oh, Mark Leda. I don't want to show too much info there. The trademark of Mark Leda. All this stuff. So, I mean, ooh. See, some of this I don't feel like I don't really want to show. It's just the PowerPoint, which we've all seen. These are all exhibits we've all seen and we're aware of. So I don't feel like I'm like y'all are missing anything that is not already public. Delusional girl. I learned something. I didn't know that that screenshot was from the no jumper. I didn't know that that was what he referenced. Like, that's weird. I mean, but I could definitely see Slimy Adam 22 posting some shit like that because that's the kind of person that he is. I'm not a fan. I've never been. From what I've seen, I don't like it. I don't like it. And he's just gross to me. And the man is just ugh, gross. I couldn't believe that Tasha K sat there, but then again, I guess this is supposed to be like a great interview. Hold up. I'm gonna see if I can find that picture though that she's referencing on there. Mm-mm-mm. I think it was Exhibit X. Hold up. It's Exhibit X. Let's go to Exhibit X because that shit really stuck to my head. Girl, is it page 65? Okay, and she includes the coroner's office report of Amanda Rabb, which we're kind of we know already on that one. Exhibit X. Where's Exhibit X? Oh, she put numbers. Exhibit 5. Is this Amanda Rabb? Yeah. Girl, no. Choo-wee, it's a lot of exhibits, yo. This shit is no joke. No joke. What do you guys think about um Mr. Bryan at this point? I mean, I, I was like when I heard what I heard, I was so just surprised by the whole situation. Like somebody coming back, she's not talking about you. Why would you bring this back up or anything? I don't know. I don't get it. Um Do people just kind of link up with haters just for the hell of it? It's not making sense. Girl, I cannot find it. It's way in there. You think so? Just saying. I don't know. So that was Miss BJ's declaration. I did say it. The judge decides to look into where the twins have been at today. I don't know. I don't know. Like, I don't know if it's even this judge. If it's the same judge, I'm gonna be like, wow, she she don't have that time. She don't have that time. I'm telling you. She does not have the time to be messing around. I don't see how she can have a career after this. It's embarrassing. She should be embarrassed. Who are you talking about, Ronaldo? Who should be having a career? He's an attention and money grabber. I mean, I was just I didn't know all that. I didn't know that that's what because I remember seeing that post and I was like, well, who reposted this? And it's actually Adam 22. Just saying. I'm sitting here rubbing my temple like you're rubbing your head because it is a lot of information. You said Lima, gotcha. It is a lot of information. I'm just like, it's too much. Girls, too much. She couldn't align. I don't know. That was just weird. But that was the hearing. And I think there's going to be a hearing on the 29th of October, if I remember correctly. Let me know in the chat. But yeah, but let me know your thoughts in the comments. We'll continue to review some of this stuff. We still got to review other stuff on the Lima and the Meet Kevin, and I'm like, that's one that's been promised, and I got to do it. But I've been, inundated with videos and stuff, so I got to catch up. I got a lot of catching up to do. And then I have the breaking news part of everything, so I got to tend to that as well. But I'm gonna let you guys go because I got to go tend to baby bunny. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Are you as surprised as I am? Because I am too. I am too. No, thank you for being here. It's interesting to have you read this. It's really distressing to hear it recount with all the drama Lima had to hide. Right. Especially for some, like I didn't know there's so many details that I didn't know about this. Like, if y'all really want to learn about this, I really feel like go to the court documents from both sides because you'll like at the very least BJ will give you the timestamps of everything that's going on and where to go. It's no secret, right? But Lima's stuff isn't really like organized like that, you know? Anyways, guys, you guys have a great one. Make sure you hit the like button if you're watching the replay, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Rabbits out.